Hey there and welcome back to TubeGuruji channel. In this video, we will build an AI personal agent app using a Next.js and Google Antigravity 2.0 CLI. This app connects with a Gmail, WhatsApp, Slack, Outlook, Calendar and more to generate daily briefing, important alert, messages, summaries, smart replies and email draft. This is not just a chatbot, it's a real AI agent SaaS app that helps users to save time and take action faster. We will also see the free Claude setup in the bonus chapter. So let's start building this project step by step. Now before start implementing, let me walk through the application first. So if you see, we have this beautiful landing screen and we call this application an omnisync.ai, where you can sync all the application in one platform. Simply navigate to the dashboard and then you will see some of the today's brief which is generating. Then you will see a connected apps. Now very first thing that user need to do is to connect their different platform like Gmail, WhatsApp, Slack, Outlook, Calendar, Discord. Now I'm going to tell you how to integrate these applications so that any user can connect to their own account. Currently I connected with the Gmail and WhatsApp, and yes, you can even connect with the WhatsApp without any problem, and all of this connection authentication is securely implemented. Now once you connected, you will see an setting option, and inside that we use an MCP tools so that you will see all the action tool available for that particular platform. Same for WhatsApp as well, we use a WhatsApp MCP in order to get the recent message, a chat history, even you can send the message through the WhatsApp. Now under that, for WhatsApp you have to enter your phone number and then it will generate a code which you need to insert or type it inside your mobile WhatsApp app. As simple as that, and then it will connect to our platform. Then on the dashboard you will see a today's brief, which are the important email for you. So over here you will see all the details, then the connected app section as well, and the priority items. You can go to those options directly, but the another important feature I wanted to show you is a briefing section, where you will find an highlighted and important briefing. So over here it will generate a daily briefing as well, and you can even click on it in order to get more detail into that. After that you will see a quick view of the today's briefing. Then under the category list for email you have 15 updates. For messages, for mention, task, automatically AI will categorize depends on the priority as well. You also have option to create your custom briefing. You can add a briefing name, enter your goal and description, which app you want to get the briefing for, select the category and the time, and automatically with the help of trigger.dev it will create a task, a cron job, and it will start generating briefing for that particular time. Then once you click on any of the item, it will go in the detail mode where you will see all of this email. You have option to reply to that email, and AI can help us to generate the reply for you. See, you can even compose your email messages, and on the click of send email it will send it to the email ID. Same thing for WhatsApp messages as well. You will see all the messages which is coming. You have also have an option to reply to those messages, and you will see a different option like mention in which email or which messages your name is get mentioned. That also is categorized. So you also have the task based on the app connected and follow-up email as well. So everything properly structured and set up for you using this AI agent. Now this AI agent is very powerful because with the help of this AI agent you can ask any question which is connected to your app. Let's say you want to summarize your email for today. So just click on it and it will automatically summarize in your real time. You will get a streaming properly formatted data. Here you will see a sender, subject and the status, and everything in one click. Pretty cool, right? You can even ask any question. Let's say you want to ask which domain is expiring, okay, and hit enter. then it automatically detects which domain is expiring, and then it will give you the result in a proper format. You can ask any question from any platform and it will give you the answer. Pretty cool, right? This AI agent is connected to all the application which you connected to different platform. Then the most important thing, the alert section, where you can create your own alert in order to get notified. Then we also have the recent alert timeline in order to update the status. On the once you click open, right, it will generate the summary based on the content of that particular email or any detail. Then it will also suggest you the next action, what action you need to take. You can even mark this as a resolve, snooze, or you can even reply to those email or messages, and all of this detail you will find over here. Then you also have the AI suggested alert, which you can use it in order to create a new alert. On the click of create new alert, you can add the details and then click submit, and automatically inside the trigger.dev it will start executing in the background. Now once you click use, see, automatically it will fill up the form for you, and this is AI suggested alert as well. Okay, so this complete feature we are going to implement in this particular project. This is a complete responsive app where you can easily implement the theming like light theme and dark theme, and everything I'm going to tell you how to implement in a step-by-step way. This complete project is structured into a small chapter so that you will understand and you can follow it. We are using all the free resources to build this complete project, and once you build this project, you can build a lot of different type of AI automation tool like WhatsApp automation, Gmail reply automation, and many others. So guys, if you are new to this channel, make sure you will watch this complete video and then you will learn a lot of different things. You can watch any of my video to learn an AI full stack app. Now to develop this application, there is one more important tech stack which we are going to use called Sent.dm. A Sent.dm is a platform which will give you just one API to send messages through SMS, WhatsApp and RCS. And the most important thing is very easy to integrate. You just need to add few lines of code and then you are good to go. With the help of Sent.dm, you can send an SMS for our app like important alerts, account briefing, a WhatsApp and phone authentication using an OTP, and even AI generated update directly to the user's device using an SMS, WhatsApp or RCS. So that's why we are using a Sent.dm. I will put the link in the description to get a $5 credits for this Sent.dm once you join with that link. If you are new to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe, press notification bell icon so that you will not miss any update, and press like button. Also, if you want to get access to all my exclusive courses and the source code for each project, then simply go to the TubeGuruji.com, join the pro membership and get access to all the courses and the source code. You can even keep learning, and you will find chapters where you can track each chapter one by one. Everything is available on the TubeGuruji Pro platform. Here you can even learn it with the gamification style so that you will get interest while learning. Also, in order to track any website, let me introduce this web tracking. This is a platform where you can track revenue based analytics directly from your website. It's completely free, and this platform used by many developers. Give a try. I will put the link in the description. It's free to start, so you don't need to pay upfront at all. And in order to generate an AI video avatar content with your own face and own voice, then try this short video cast. It's a platform which I build it for all the creators and the developers in order to create the free content. So guys, without doing any further delay, let's begin to develop AI personal agent. Now before start building our application, it's important to understand the workflow, what we are going to build, how to build, and what will be the output. Now this complete project I divided into 5 different sections, starting from connecting your app to a different platform like Gmail, WhatsApp, Telegram with a secure authentication. Then we are going to sync and collect the data, not the directly information, but we are going to use an AI to summarize those data, generate the proper alerts, generate the briefing, and then that information we are going to save in encrypted form into our database. After that, we are going to add some core feature like smart daily briefing, priority index, an AI alert, follow-up tracker, AI chat assistant, and many other things. And then user will receive some notification directly in their phone. Okay, we are going to send it to the text message as well as on WhatsApp. And everything we are going to build in a step-by-step way using a Google Antigravity 2.0 CLI. Now, make sure if there is a small thing that you can add it, you can do it, you can implement on your own instead of wasting your tokens. Okay, so first thing, we need to create a project using a React Next.js. So for that one, we don't need to tell an AI agent to create it because it's very simple. So basically, simply open a folder where you want to create a project and open a terminal at that folder. After that, simply type a command npx create next app latest at latest. Now at latest will install the latest version of the Next.js and then hit enter. After that, it will ask, do you want to proceed? We'll say yes, and then give the project name. So we'll say AI personal assistant agent. Okay, or you can just say AI personal assistant. Then we'll go with the recommended default setting, which contain the Tailwind CSS, no React compiler, no source directory, along with the app router and everything. So we'll hit enter. Now if you see, it will start installing some dependency like Next, React, React DOM, and some dev dependency. Now Next.js is just a React framework. Okay, so behind the scene is everything is React, just the folder structure and everything is different. Also in the Next.js, you can write the backend in the same app. You can add the API endpoint, everything through the Next.js. Now if you see, our application is now ready. Now simply go to the antigravity.google website where you need to download this Google Antigravity IDE. Now recently they also launched a Google Antigravity 2.0 where you will find a similar app like a codex where you can just enter the prompt, it will start generating your application. But the problem with this one that you cannot edit any of the file. You have to open a second app like VS Code or some IDE in order to edit or update on your own. Otherwise, you have to tell everything to the AI. And that's why we will go with the simple modern Google Antigravity IDE. Okay, which is similar like a VS Code but integrated with the Google Antigravity 2.0 agent. Now we are also going to use a Google Antigravity's CLI, okay, which is a command line terminal interface. So through the terminal you can directly chat with the Google Antigravity CLI 2.0 with all the details, very easy. You just need to install this, okay, using the proper command and then it will be ready. So I'm going to show you how to enable and start using this one, but make sure you will use a Google Antigravity IDE. And once you open it, this is how it will look like. On the left hand side, you have option to open your project folder, and on the right hand side, you have the Google Antigravity, where you will have different AI model like Gemini 3. Flash, which is the one of the fastest AI model in order to write the code. Then we have 3.1 Pro, Claude, and many others. Now simply click open a folder and locate the project where you just created this project. So in my case, it's inside this one, and then we'll say AI personal assistant app. Here we'll say yes, I trust the author. If you see, the UI and everything is similar to the VS Code. Now we have some folders and file. Now I will not walk through each of them because if you want to know each folder and file information, you can watch any of my previous video which is published on my channel and watch the project setup chapter from it. Then you will understand each file, why it used and everything. Okay. But now let's run your application. So we'll go to the new terminal, we'll say npm run dev. So inside the terminal you can simply run this command. So your application now running on localhost 3000. You can simply open that inside your browser, and then you will see your application is now running. Now this is the default page of your application when you run your application very first time. So if I go to this app folder, here we have a page.tsx file. Now simply I'm going to remove it and simply I will add a div and then save it. Once you add, you will see a blank screen. That's completely fine. Now you already have the AI agent where you can directly chat with them, right? But in order to enable the terminal or the Antigravity CLI, just click add new terminal. Make sure to install the Antigravity CLI first and then type AGY. So in this case, if you see, it's not installed, right? So in order to install it, I will just go ahead to this CLI and then click install. Make sure you will copy the correct command. In my case, I am using Mac OS, so I will copy that and then we'll paste it here. And if you see, it start installing. Once it is installed, you can just run command AGY. So we'll type AGY and then your Google Antigravity is now started. Very first time it will ask you, you have to select the color schema. So you have different option like dark or terminal one, light one. I will go with the dark. Okay, mostly I use this one, so I will go with the dark and then hit. So make sure to select done and hit enter, and then you are ready to start using the Google Antigravity. Okay, that's how easy it is. Now let's start a simple command and we'll see whether it's working or not. So basically here we're gonna add a command. Let's say create, I am building, here we'll say I am building a AI personal assistant where user can connect to their Gmail, WhatsApp, here we'll say Gmail, WhatsApp, Telegram, Outlook account, and AI agent will help to generate proper summary, reminders, etc. For this app, generate landing screen. Here we'll say professional UI UX, header, hero section, proper features list, maybe in bento grid style, and you can say add proper footer as well. Okay, so I think that's all. You don't need to mention a lot of things because we are just testing the Google's Antigravity CLI, and then hit enter. Once you hit enter, it will automatically start looking it. Now you might have a question why we are not using the ID's integrated agent instead of this CLI, right? Now the reason is for a small change, right? If you have bug fixing, small update, single page editing, or adding any data, then definitely use CLI. Otherwise, you can use the integrated agent. Okay, the reason is if you use this agent or integrated agent, right, it fetches all the project information and use a lot of tokens, but with the CLI it only jump to the specific file and make the edits, so it use a less tokens. So that's why many times it's always better to use a CLI. Okay, now we have another question: do you want to proceed with these changes? Okay, so we'll say yes to this one, or you can also add yes always allow in the conversation for command, or you can also add this third option which will update inside the settings.json. And right now if you see, once we hit enter, now it will start generating the code for the landing screen. Now we'll just wait, and then once it finished, then we'll see the final result. And once it finished, you will see the result. So over here if you see, it's calling it as a omnisync.ai, nice name. And then we have this beautiful header, the hero section, the different bento style grid. Okay, after that we also have the quick example how it actually works, right? So here we'll see WhatsApp, Telegram, Outlook, different options. Then onboarding section, the pricing section, FAQ, and then we have this beautiful footer as well. Pretty cool, right? And this beautiful landing screen is generated within few seconds. And that's how the CLI works. Now it is very important going forward, you have to make sure that your component or complete page is divided into a small components. Right now if you go to this page.tsx, by default any AI agent will write everything in one file, and that's what this CLI or Gemini also did the same thing. Over here it added everything in one file, even the footer, header, hero section. And because of this one, when we want to change anything and we inform to the AI agent, it read complete file and edit complete file. Okay, and that's burn a lot of AI tokens. And to avoid it going forward, we have to tell AI agent to create a separate component file. Okay, so guys, I hope you understand how we created the project, how we use Google's Antigravity CLI to generate the landing screen. Now there are a lot of different functionality we are going to add, and once you learn how to add those functionality, you can build any kind of application. Okay, but you need to know how to integrate easily, how to tell an AI agent, how to prompt it, everything. Okay, I am also going to share all the prompts which we are going to use in this particular project, so that you can easily copy that whenever you want and you can create your own app. Now before writing any of the code, we'll make sure we'll add some AI agent instructions, so that going forward it will follow those instructions in order to avoid tokens and lot of other things. Okay, so I already added this instruction inside the eraser doc. I will put the link of this documentation inside the description of this video. Make sure to check it out. Also you will get the direct link on your DM if you follow on Instagram channel, and just type in the comment as eraser doc. Okay, I will send it to you. So copy this as it is, then we'll go back and to the IDE. Now inside this agent.md file, this is a markdown file. We already have some instruction added, right? Because this is added by our AI agent for the InSforge. But in order to add our own, what we can do, we can go to the Antigravity CLI. Here we'll type /new, so it will start a new conversation. Paste this complete code, and then we'll write add these agents instruction into the agents.md file along with existing one, and then hit enter. So what we will do, it will just go to that particular file, and then it will add those instructions. Sometimes if you go with the integrated IDE, it will scan all the files and it will lose your lot of tokens. So if you see, it just read that particular file and then it adding it now. Now it's saying appended the requested development, styling, Next.js, database, UI, everything. So if I go to this agents.md file, you will see this complete instruction. Okay, so it will be very helpful for our AI agent. Now after this, we need to add an authentication so that user can sign in to our app, and then it will navigate to the dashboard page. Now once user sign in, we have to make sure the user information gets saved so that we can use it later on. And for that one, we are going to use an InSforge. InSforge is an all-in-one backend tool platform where you can use a different products at one place, like authentication, database, storage, edge function, the real-time collaboration feature, as well as an AI coding agent directly into your app. So you don't need to use a different services, add a different API in order to use it. With the help of Inforce, you can easily add it, and it's very easy to integrate as well. They also have the MCP where you can directly connect to with your favorite ID. Okay, so let's try this out. Simply click the link in the description in order to get a free access to this Inforce. Then navigate to the dashboard. Once you create the project, you will jump onto this dashboard page. Now here you have option to install with the CLI command, but you also have option to install directly inside the agent. So right now we are using Antigravity, so we'll click install. Either you can use a CLI, you can simply copy this prompt, or you can use an MCP for this one. So in order to use this MCP, right, we'll copy this prompt as it is, then we'll go to this Antigravity, and inside that we're gonna paste it. Basically here it will paste the command, the API key, base URL and everything. Then simply send it, and then we'll make sure that Inforce is set up, and then we are going to inform an AI agent to implement the authentication. So it's setting up the MCP configuration, so we'll allow this and we'll submit it. Now if you see, it's saying I successfully installed the Inforce MCP server. Also it configured inside the mcp config.json file, and it's ready to use. Okay, perfect. Now I will start with the new conversation, and then here we can simply enter the prompt. So simply copy this prompt. In this prompt, I'm just informing that you need to implement the authentication and add sign in and sign up page, and then save user information to a database. So once you copy, we'll go to this ID, we'll paste it here, and then remove this string and then hit enter. Okay, now you can use a CLI as well, but this is completely a new page or feature, so that's why I'm directly using the integrated AI agent. Now in this case, it's saying allow using MCP tool, so we'll allow it and then click submit. Now many times it will ask you for the permission, and to avoid this, you can simply go to the setting, open Antigravity ID user setting, and inside that we'll find under the permission for the terminal command, here we'll say always proceed. So every time it will proceed. Okay, so next time when you create a new session, it will automatically proceed with all the command. So here we'll submit it for now, because right now we have to select it, and now it start implementing as per our request. Now first it will create the implementation plan, and then it will ask for the implementation. Now if you see, it gave us a proper implementation plan. You can just go through it. It's very important to review user review required section. So it's saying email verification bypass with the SMTP, then it will update that particular email verification as a false for now. Then we also have the note. Okay, then these are some proposed changes, because it's gonna create a new table inside our database, and the table name is users. So this is all about. Okay, so we have all these implementation plans. Once we are happy with it, simply click proceed, and then it will start implementing this authentication feature along with sign in and sign up page. Now I will pause the video and we'll come back and we'll see the final result, how it looks.
A few moments later.
And if you see, within a less than 30 to 40 seconds, this Gemini 3 Flash already implemented our implementation. Okay, so these are some file changes. So let's test this out quickly. So right now if I refresh it, click on sign in, and we have this beautiful sign in page. Let's sign in with the Google. Okay, so we'll sign in with the Google. Here we have option to select the Gmail account, and then once you sign in, you will see the username and the email which you sign in, and obviously you can sign out anytime. Pretty cool, right? Now we'll verify. So we'll go to this Inforce, and you will see now we have one user, one database is set up, If I go to this authentication, you will see the user which I sign in with, and under the database you will see a user table, and then we also have the user information saved as we requested. Under the authentication, in authentication method, you will see some authentication. Here you have option to add a more authentication option. Then you have custom SMTP as well, and later on if we need, we also going to add a storage, or we are going to set up storage section as well. That also you want to learn it. If you want to write any SQL query, you also have the SQL editor to write it. In order to run any background functions without any server, you can even write that as well directly inside the InSforge. But for now, our authentication is ready. Okay, we have successfully authenticated. If you want to sign out, you can simply sign out, and then you will see an option. Now in this chapter, we are going to add an authentication to our app using Sent.dm. Instead of only using a traditional email login, we will make the auth flow more modern by adding a phone number authentication and WhatsApp based authentication. So user can enter their phone number, receive an OTP through SMS or WhatsApp, and verify the code and securely log in to the application. The best part is Sent.dm gives us one unified messaging API for SMS, WhatsApp and RCS. So we don't need to manage multiple providers separately. It also helps with the routing, delivery and production messaging setup. In this chapter, we will also connect Sent.dm, configure our API keys and create an OTP flow, send the verification code to the user, verify the code on the backend, and then create a proper authentication session inside our app. By the end of this chapter, our app will support a real-world phone and WhatsApp login system, which is helpful for SaaS app, AI agent, CRM tools, and onboarding flow and customer dashboard. So I will put the link in the description in order to get a free $5 credit for the Sent.dm. Now let me show you the complete workflow, how it gonna work. So we are adding this phone number and WhatsApp OTP authentication along with the email and email password authentication as well. So for that one, we are using an InSforge. InSforge also help us to give us a backend database for our application, so that we can securely store all the information to our database once users sign up with the Sent.dm. Then the reason that we are using Sent.dm, because only with the help of only one API for SMS and WhatsApp along with the RCS, you can easily integrate this OTP based authentication. But that's the not limit. Sent.dm also use it for a lot of different messaging system like transaction, notification and many others. So you can just get approved template. There are a bunch of approved template available under the Sent.dm platform, and once you have that one, you can simply send and message and or WhatsApp messages on user's phone number. Okay, along with that one, the reason that we are using InSforge to store a sign up user data, save the phone number and manage authenticate user. Okay, so obviously for our application we need a database to manage and to save all the information, and this is the authentication flow. So once user enter the phone number, user can select an SMS or WhatsApp authentication. Then Sent.dm will send an OTP, and once user receive the OTP, user will enter the OTP number inside our OTP section. Then backend means Sent.dm will verify it, and then we will create a new user profile which we are going to save to our database, and then authentication will be completed. Now these are some main features which I already defined, and what we are going to save in the database, so that also defined, because we want to save a user ID along with the phone number and all other parameter. And there are a lot of different use cases you will find inside this node. Now once you sign in to the Sent.dm platform, you have to finish the onboarding process. It's completely optional, because if you did not finish onboarding process, there are some of the feature might need the complete onboarding also, but still you can use some of the existing template. For example, for the authentication purpose, we have this Sent verify code authentication template which is approved, which you can use it. Now in order to generate the API key, simply go to the API key, and here you have option to add a new API key. Now I already have one API key created, so I'm going to use that one. But if you want to create a new one, you can simply add a new. Also later on you need the template ID. So whenever you create any new template from the scratch, or you can import the existing meta templates, you can directly use it. So this Sent.dm also connected to your meta business account, so that you can import different template for WhatsApp and SMS and use it. Now over here, if you see, we have the template ID, the template name, and inside the variable you can pass any value or any OTP number. Okay. Now on the right hand side you will see the preview how it actually look. You also have playground where you can test this out by selecting the template, then enter the phone number and then send the message, so that you will understand how it actually works. Okay. And you can even get the new number with the Sent.dm. So while finishing the onboarding, you will get an option to add a new number. Okay. Now I will just go to the documentation. So I will put the documentation link in the description. Sent.dm also provide you SDK for the TypeScript/Node.js, so you can use that one. But for a Python and Go, Java, there are other SDK also available. It's very easy. This is the npm package which you need to install. So I will copy that npm package and I will go to this Antigravity IDE inside the terminal. Let me close this and let's add it here. So it will install the Sent.dm, and then you can initialize the client by passing the API key and simply pass the template ID and you are good to go. That's how easy it is. Okay. So now in order to tell to this AI, I will copy this markdown as it is. After that, from the eraser doc, I have the ready to paste prompt, and inside the prompt, whatever we just explained related to the Sent.dm, you can simply, that is what I added inside the prompt. So simply copy it, and also it will make sure it will save the sign in user inside the database as well. So I will copy that and then I will paste it inside the ID. But don't make sure that you will also use this documentation markdown. So I will copy this markdown as it is and then paste it there. Or instead of passing all of this, right, you can simply copy the important information. So let's say quick started guide and simply pass this example. Okay. And I will also add this template ID. So copy this template ID and here we'll say template ID is. Then if you want, you can pass this variable. Right now you can pass whatever the variable name you want to add and then simply send this. So AI will automatically start implementing this particular feature for us using Sent.dm. So we'll wait, and once it is implemented, if you see, only thing that we need to add inside the .env is to Sent.dm API key and the template ID. So inside the .env, if you see, we have this API key. The template ID is already added, but you have to copy and paste it, the API key inside the .env. And once you paste it, I will accept all of this change and let's test this out. So I will go to our app and then click sign in, and here you will see now you have option called phone OTP. Here you can enter the phone number. Obviously we have to include the country code, okay, so that it will work throughout the world in any country, and then select the verification method. So I will enter the phone number and click let's use WhatsApp, okay, and we'll say send OTP via WhatsApp. So right now if you see, we got an error, and obviously this is error we are getting when we are sending the OTP. But let's try with the SMS as well, and we are getting same issue. So what you have to do in this case, you have to simply copy this error and inside the ID paste it here. So automatically AI will understand and fix this issue for you. So we'll wait for this quick fix. Also one more important thing we need to make sure for this variable, the name of the variable, type and example, right? So make sure this name will be the same. So you can even pass this name for the variable for your template inside the AI agent, right? So I just fixed that issue, and I will make sure that we are passing the parameter with a variable name, okay, and then save it. So let's test this out. So we'll go back to our app and then enter the phone number and send that OTP. Now the OTP is sent. So over here I will wait for on my phone to receive this OTP number. So here is the OTP which I entered, and then we'll say verify and sign in, and then I get verified. And if you see, I also have the user ID created into the database, and now I can go to the dashboard. So that's how easily we have to authenticate. And under the Enforce database, right, we also have the email, name, author URL created at, updated at, as well as the phone number also gets saved. So later on the phone number also used along with the email if user has the email in order to save all the records. So that's how easily we save or set up the OTP authentication. If you have any question, any doubt related to this, let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to sign up to the Sent.dm in order to get a free credit. So make sure to click the link in the description. This platform is very helpful in your agentic AI workflow in order to verify the user, and not only verification, but it provides a lot of different feature like a transaction, SMS or WhatsApp SMS or customer care notification. You can use it in your e-commerce, SaaS, fintech, healthcare and many other application. And the document is so rich, so you don't need to worry about anything, and you can easily use this Sent.dm with your favorite IDE so that it will be easily integrated. Now once user sign in, we want to navigate user to a dashboard page so that we can implement all of this feature. So we'll go back to the IDE. So here we'll create a new conversation first, and you can add the prompt, but let's copy this existing prompt which I added inside the eraser doc and paste it. So here we are just telling that we want to create a dashboard page with a sidebar with an what are the different options we want on the sidebar and how the structure we want. Also we are going to use a huge icon as an icon library. So we're going to use a huge icon library. So here we'll say huge icon library for icons inside the app. I think that's pretty much. So let's send this. Now obviously it will automatically detect our agent.md file, and accordingly it will start implementing it. Obviously it will give you the implementation plan first. Let's walk through that implementation plan, and then once we are happy with it, we can start implementing it. Once we have the implementation plan, you can just review this. So right now it's saying we are using a Lucid React as an icon library. So instead of Lucid React, Lucid React is also good icon library, but it don't provide a social networking icons. So instead of that, we gonna use a huge icons. I will say also use huge icon library. First use huge icon. If it's not there, then use icons from Lucid React, and then add this comment. Other than that, I think everything look good because it's going to add a new route called /dashboard, and then it's gonna add a dashboard page with a sidebar. Here we can just add a small comment. Don't add any placeholder for any pages or routes, just /dashboard, or just add a sidebar for now. Use dashboard layout and then add this comment. I think everything's look good, so let's proceed with this change, and then we'll pause the video and we'll wait and come back, and then we'll test all the implementation. Now once it is implemented, you will see all the changes made by the AI agent inside our project. Now we'll go back and let's go to the dashboard, and here we have this beautiful dashboard. On the left side you will see a sidebar with a different option. So as we suggested, it's showing a proper solid red color, so that's look pretty nice. And on the right hand side, some placeholder. Currently this is just a dummy data, so each page is ready. So over here if you see, we have the different tab, alert, integration, briefing, and many others. Okay, so next thing, obviously we want to change this dark mode to the light mode, or we can add a switch so that you can easily switch between light and dark mode. Okay, then you can even collapse this, and once you collapse you will see this it only show icon only sidebar as well. Now in order to make this small change regarding the theme, what we'll do, let's close all of this tab and we'll open the terminal, and inside that we'll use a Antigravity CLI. So let's start with a new conversation first. Let me close this one as well, and here we'll simply gonna add inside dashboard header section, add an option to switch between light mode and dark mode. So implement light and dark theme for all pages including sidebar. As simple as that, right? We are not doing any different prompting, simple and clean prompting. Okay, it's not any rocket science not to know. Okay, whatever you think, just enter that in a proper way and then hit enter. Now it will start looking for those particular file. Okay, now obviously this CLI has to made a lot of changes in different file, so it just doing that. So let's wait, and once it make these changes, so we can check it out. So right now if you see, it changed to light mode, and here we have this beautiful switch where it will switch between light mode and dark mode. Don't worry about the any placeholder, this is just a dummy data. Okay, we are going to update everything, but right now just most important thing that we have the sidebar with the dashboard layout and an option to switch between light mode and the dark mode. Now let's implement the integration page, because once you connect your application, then only you will get some data. So let me walk through why we need this integration page and how our agentic flow is. So basically the integration page contain all the different platform like Gmail, WhatsApp, Slack, Outlook, Discord. Any platform you can simply connect it, and obviously you will learn how can we add the different platform, and once you learn to add a different platform, you can add any number of platform. Okay, so this integration place allow you to connect all the platform at one place, and you will see the available integration, and even you can manage and connecting or disconnecting or setting option from this integration page. Now let's understand the agentic workflow. When user come to the integration page, user can connect to their platform with a secure authentication. Then we are going to connect that with the MCP server and MCP tools, which will return a platform specific action. Okay, then we'll pass that to the AI agent to generate the proper insight, summary and automation. Now when we call the MCP action, it means when you connect your Gmail account, then inside this MCP tool you will get an option to read the email or search inbox, send an email, or even get a label. Same thing if you are connecting to WhatsApp, then you can read the chat or send a message and many other things. And every platform has different MCP actions. Now once you build this particular flow, you can do any kind of automation like WhatsApp automation, Gmail automation, Telegram, Outlook. Okay, so that's why this project is quite interesting once you build this complete project, so that you can explore a lot of different app idea out of it. Now what AI can do with this one? Basically AI will summarize your unread emails or collect important updates from a Slack or Discord. Then it will also find a meeting from the Outlook and combine the data from a multiple platform. Then it answer user question based on a connected tools and create an alert, insight and daily briefing. Now the question is, why MCP? Now, you might have a question, what is MCP? So MCP is a model context protocol, okay, which basically help us to connect your application with a third party application like Gmail, WhatsApp, to get and to interact with those app, okay. So it's a standard way for AI to use these tools. It's easy to add in a new platform and very secure and structured access. It helps AI agent to gather information, summarize it for you, okay. So that's why we are using MCP. Now in short, the integration page help us to user connect, MCP give an access to this platform, and then we'll fetch the information and summarize data according to our requirements. Now this complete notes you will find inside this eraser doc. Now I already created a beautiful prompt for us, okay, in order to implement this. Now we'll start with the Gmail platform only, and then we'll integrate WhatsApp, Slack one by one, okay. But let's copy this prompt, because this prompt basically design our integration page. We'll add these all the options, and then it will also connect to the Gmail platform, and from there we're gonna fix if there is any issue or something, okay. So we'll copy this prompt as it is, then we'll go back to our Antigravity IDE. As this is a new feature, so definitely I will use the interface agent. So we'll create a new conversation and simply paste it here, and after that just send it. Once you send that to the AI agent will understand your requirements, and then it will generate the implementation plan. So we'll wait, and if you see, our implementation plan is ready. Now there is some user review required section. So it basically updating our database, okay, some with preservation thing. Now over here, if you see, it's saying that it's saving the connection status locally, but instead of that we'll simply use InSforge database to update the status. Don't use any local storage in this. So let's add that comment. Now in order to use a Gmail MCP server connectivity, obviously we need to generate a Gmail credential, and that's quite easy, and most important is free. So you don't need to worry, I will tell you how to do it, because we are not using any third party service to add this connection, okay. We will use our own connection for each of the platform. Then there are some proposed changes, and I think it adding all the important feature which we needed, so you don't need to worry about that. So let's proceed with these changes. So we'll proceed with these changes. Obviously, as per our review comment, right, it will update the implementation plan, and then it will start implementing. So we'll wait, and then we'll come back and we'll test this complete feature. Now once it is done, if you see, we have the walkthrough guide, and it also mentioned what are the changes they made, okay. Now you can even follow their verification result, how to verify and everything, but let's go ahead and check it out. Now if you see, inside this integration section we have all of this app listed out in a grid format. Then let me disconnect this, because if you want to connect to the any platform, right, if you see, it's simply showing it as a connected, because this is just a dummy data, right, it's just connecting just to show how it looks. Now once you connect to the platform, you will see an option called setting. Click on it and it will open a dialog in which you will see the inbox content, okay. So on the right side you will see the email and all of the thing, the available MCP tool. So what are the different MCP tool is available for this one, and the MCP connection guide. Now obviously this is just a dummy data, but most important thing, the UI part is ready. Now the question is, how can we connect with the actual one? So in this case we'll go back, and over here we'll just say, let's connect Gmail with a real data, okay. So use real Gmail connection option for user, so that they can connect to their Gmail account. Then use MCP tools. Also the most important thing, I don't really want this interact to inbox console, and then we just want to show the available MCP tool. So here we'll say also in setting dialog of any platform, don't just show, here we say just show MCP, or let me check what is the return, MCP available MCP tools. Just show available MCP tools and remove all other information. Make sure to use light and dark mode properly. Okay, I think that's all we needed for now, and let's send this out. Now with these changes, it will automatically update this dialog as well as it will connect to the actual Gmail account. Now in order to connect to your Gmail account, we need to add a client key and secret key from the Google Cloud. That I will tell you how to add it. It's very easy and free. But for now, let's wait for this implementation, okay? Because if you see, now it generated a new implementation plan with a new result. So over here, it will connect to a real Gmail account, and then now here is the one problem, because this AI agent considering that okay, you are the only user is using this app, but this is not the case, because we want a multi-tenant application where any user can connect to this Gmail account. So basically we can add a comment. Here we'll say don't add an input field to add this value. Make sure this is multi-user app where multiple user can connect to their Gmail account. Okay. Also we'll say add client and Gmail secret key inside .env, and I think then let's add that comment. Okay, and then we have the bracket processing and everything I think look good to me. So let's proceed with this new updated changes, and then we'll wait for this complete implementation. And now if you see, we have this updated implementation plan where inside the .env it will store the client ID and the client secret key, and then once user connect, it will automatically go to the authentication part. Then user will connect, and then we have the proper redirect URL in order to come back to our application with the proper data. Now here we'll say allow write access to .env, so we'll say yes and always allow, and I think we'll wait for this complete implementation now. Now once it is implemented, you can simply test this out, but it is very important to add the Google client ID and the client secret key inside your .env file. So over here, if you see, we have this .env file. If it's not there, make sure to add it, and then simply you will see the Google client ID and the client secret key. If it's not there, make sure to add it. Then we have to add these two values. In order to add it, simply go to your browser and search for Google Cloud. And over here, I will go to Google Cloud as well. Then we'll go to the console, and inside the console, we have to search Gmail, or let's say Gmail for now, or you can say Gmail MCP API or Gmail API as well. And if it's not enabled, you can enable this. Sometimes you really don't need to enable, it's totally fine, okay, because with the client secret key and client key or client ID, you can easily access it. Now the most important thing you need to do, you have to go to this auth consent screen. Okay, so this particular option you will find under the API and services. Then inside the API services, you will find an option called auth consent screen, and then inside this, in my case, is already set up, but in your case, if it's not set up, make sure to set up for the web. Okay, over here you have branding, audience, the client. Okay, right now our app is in testing mode, but once you have your app ready, then you can change this to a published mode. Then under the audience you can add a user in order to test it with, okay, you have 100 user cap, but once you publish the app, then any user can test this out. Then you also have the clients, data access and lot of other things. Now once this is set up, let's go back to this API and services platform, and then you need to create the credential. Inside that, under the create credential, click on auth client ID and then select the application type. So we'll say web application, give the application name and then authorize JavaScript origin, redirect URI that you have to provide. Okay, now I already have one created which is called YouTube or not YouTube access. So inside this, let's create a new one. Okay, so let's create auth client ID and here we'll say web application. I will give the application name as AI personal agent. Then I will go back to our IDE inside the walkthrough, the new one. So if I go back here, you need to add a callback URL. If you don't see the callback URL over here, you can ask to the AI agent what is, and you can simply copy this authorize JavaScript. So authorize JavaScript origin will be your localhost. So maybe you can simply add this localhost 3000. But in order to add authorize redirect URI, you can simply go back and over here it will say what is authorized redirect URL for a Gmail. Okay, and then simply add it. So it basically return what will be the URL we need to add. So if you see, that is auth Gmail callback, because inside the auth under the callback you will see the page.tsx. Okay, so we'll copy that as it is and then I will paste it here. And after that, let's create. Now this JavaScript origin is important so that other user will not access your application, and then simply click create. Once you create it, you will get a client ID and the client secret key. Simply copy that. So we have client ID and then we also have the client secret key, which I will paste it here and then save it. Okay, now once this is done, let's test this out, because this is the main important thing you need to add, which is the client ID and the client secret key, and then you already know how to add that. Now once you copy the client secret key, then it will not show you again. Okay, you will show you maybe today, maybe or next 24 hours, but after that if you miss the client secret key, you have to generate it again. Okay, now let's go back to the IDE and let's test this out inside our browser. So I will say connect integration and boom, if you see, it's redirect you to the Gmail account to select. So I will select one of the account which is in the testing mode. So right now it's saying Google has not verified this app, because this app is in test mode, which I show you, and that's why you will see this screen. But you will see just continue, because we are developing this application. And then it will saying that when you allow this access, this project will able to read, compose and send email to your Gmail account. Okay, obviously user is authorizing it, so you don't need to worry about that. And then click continue, and over here if you see, it's saying it's connected successfully. Right now it's showing it as a connected as well, but we have one error. It's saying Google Auth Exchange failed. So let's copy this error. Okay, but if I go to the setting, you will see all the MCP tools available for this Gmail, like Gmail list message, which will fetch the inbox email, or get message to get the specific email, search the message, or even you can write and send the message, or means send the email and get thread as well. Perfect. But you saw this error, right? So I will go to this Antigravity ID, and most important thing what you have to do, you can go to the terminal, and inside the terminal you will see this error. So let's copy this error as it is. Then you can use the Google Antigravity CLI. So we'll create a new conversation and then we'll paste it, so which will help us to avoid the token, right, token usage. So let's enter this and then wait for this quick fix. and once it is implemented, it's quite quick, and if you see, it just uses less than 5k tokens. Okay, and if I go over here, let's disconnect and connect it again. So we'll say connect integration, select the account, and then click continue. Now in this case, it will say that you already have some access, so we'll continue with this, and then boom, if you see, in this case we don't have any error. And if I go to the setting, you will see all the available MCP tools. That's how easily you have to connect your Gmail account. That's all, right? Now obviously with the help of MCP tools, you can connect or get all the information which you need from the user's Gmail. Now obviously you might have question how secure is it and everything, right? Now this particular connection is only user can see it, or only user can access it. Even I am the developer, I cannot access those things, okay, because it's completely secure on the user end, because user authenticate on their end, and that's how we save it. Now next, once we have the Gmail integration, then we learn how can we either we can go with the how to connect with the WhatsApp, or we can use MCP tool action in order to get the data, summarize it, and show it on the screen. Now let's implement the most interesting app integration, which is a WhatsApp, where you can directly connect your WhatsApp account without any problem or without any security issue. Now once you implement this WhatsApp connection flow, you can even implement the WhatsApp automation. And if you really want to build an app using a WhatsApp automation, then let me know in the comment section. Now very first thing, obviously we already have the WhatsApp app integration option, and on the click of connect WhatsApp, the idea is once user click on connect, user have to enter the phone number along with the country code, and then we are going to use a Bailey's library to start a WhatsApp web session, which will generate a unique linking code. Okay, that code you have to add inside your WhatsApp app. So you have to open a WhatsApp app under the link device, the same way where you are using a QR code to scan. Under that you also have option to enter the code, and once you enter the code, you will get connected, and then the MCP tools will be available for AI action. Now under that tool, you can read the WhatsApp charts, you can summarize it, search it, and even you can send the WhatsApp message. Pretty cool, right? Now some of the MCP tool for WhatsApp is read a chart, send a message, search a chart, search group, or get a contact, and many others. And the question is why Bailey's? Because it's connect through a WhatsApp web protocol. It's helpful for a session management, is good for sending and reading a message data, and useful for a backend WhatsApp automation, right? So what we can do with this one is similar to what we are doing for the Gmail as well, or for any other app, and you have the complete overall idea about this WhatsApp tool. Okay, so in this note you will find and all the details which you required in order to understand the complete flow. Now in the same way, whatever the flow I mentioned, the same thing I mentioned inside the prompt, okay, that we want to connect WhatsApp, and then how we want to proceed, that we want to enter the phone number and all of the detail. So everything is mentioned inside this prompt. Okay, we also have the dialog where user can enter the phone number, generate the device, the code, and everything. So let's copy this prompt as it is. Go to your IDE. As this is a new feature, so I will start with a new conversation and then simply paste it here and then hit enter. Now you have to wait for the implementation plan. We will walk through that implementation plan and then we'll start implementing it. Now here we have the implementation plan ready. So the important thing is the WhatsApp integration requires and installing this particular library, okay, and the connection state will be stored locally. So that's completely fine, because it's totally up to you how you want to store it. Okay, so over here we can also add make sure to use best option, storing in database also an option, but use whichever is best and secure. So we'll add that. Then we have some proposed changes, and I think that's pretty all. Okay. Also inside the WhatsApp MCP, right, we have a lot of different tools which we can use it to fetch the messages, send a message, and lot of other things. And then we have also an option to integrate the WhatsApp pairing code dialog model. Okay. So let's proceed with this implementation plan. Now for our comment, it might give you the updated implementation plan, but then it will start implementing. Okay, so we'll wait for the implementation, and then once it's implemented, we'll walk through the complete result. Now once it is implemented, it's time to test this out. So I will accept all of these changes, and then we'll go back over here. Let's click on connect integration, and we have this beautiful dialog where you will find an option to enter the phone number. You also have an option to connect the simulated mode. If I click on this connect simulated mode just for the testing purpose, right, you will see this option, and on the click of setting, then you will see all the MCP tool available. Perfect. Now let's test with the actual mode. So I will click on connect integration. So let's add a phone number. So I will enter the phone number and then click generate linking code. Now it will generate unique code. Okay, as soon as the code is generated, you will also get a notification to add this code. Okay, so I will just adding this code inside my WhatsApp application, and I just enter it. So let's wait. Now once it is connected, it's coming back to this screen again, but inside the console you will see that it is connected. So WhatsApp connected for this particular user. Okay, so it means it's connected. Now I will close this. Let's refresh it. Maybe you will see the button connected, and if you see, now it's giving an option to disconnect or setting. Right now under the setting, you will see the MCP tool, and it's connected with a real WhatsApp app or WhatsApp user. Okay, so currently it's connected to my WhatsApp. Now right now there are a couple of things we need to fix it, because when it's connected, we have to make sure it will jump onto this one, and might be it's better to show a notification. So inside this we can say, after connecting WhatsApp, make sure to close dialog and show toast notification saying WhatsApp connected. Okay, here we can say rich color and top center notification. Maybe we can add wherever you want and what kind of notification type or color you want. So that's what we want. So let's enter it. So basically it will just update the specific code, so it will not bill or not go to any other checking, and it will save our lot of tokens. And once it is implemented, then from next time whenever you connect WhatsApp, it will redirect you to this page along with the notification, and it will show this disconnect or setting button. Okay, now the next thing what you have to do, you can see same way we connected the Gmail, WhatsApp, we have to connect Slack, Outlook, Calendar, Discord, or whichever platform you want. Just tell to the AI, you can use the prompt which I already entered, right? You can tell an AI or ask AI how to implement and everything, and it will give you the proper answer. But don't worry, because later on in this video, I'm also going to show you how to connect the Slack, Discord, or any other platform. Okay, but for now, if you want to connect in this chapter or in this particular section, make sure you can connect on your own as well, because later on, as we have the Gmail and WhatsApp connected, we are going to implement a dashboard to show a proper brief. Will show the connected app, the priority items, all of this detail using these two connected apps. Now let's implement the dashboard. We'll start with the small thing, because we already connected our application with the Gmail and WhatsApp, and based on these two app data, we are going to generate a small brief, okay, as well as the popular topics or follow-up topics we can say. So basically on the dashboard, we are going to show some status, that how many important email you have or messages you have, what is the priority, the follow-up, and after that we are also going to add a today's brief. Okay, so with the help of AI and the content or the data which we have from this connected app, we are going to pass to the AI, and then AI will generate the today's brief. Okay, and then we are also going to add some priority items, the connected app on the dashboard, so it's kind of quick access to some of the application feature. So basically I already noted down the points like see the key status at glance, count come from the connected app, and AI help organize what matter most. So this is the dashboard flow. So use one user connected to the application, right? The application will send a useful data through the MCP tools, and then from that MCP tools we will get some information. With the help of AI, we're gonna summarize that and prioritize the items, and then we're gonna show it inside the dashboard page. And these are some of the things that today's brief, what are the things that we are going to show. Let's say we have 3 urgent email need to reply, 2 Slack messages, we have marriage to attend, so everything kind of example will come under the today's brief. We also have priority item that we have to reply, we have to follow up on WhatsApp, we have to send some information to someone, so that will come under the priority items. And this is how it will show. Now for the AI, we are going to use a Gemini AI because Gemini provide a free API as well for the AI model, but you also use any other API which you think free. The most interesting one if you want to try is OpenRouter. Now OpenRouter also have a free and the paid one, where you will find all of the most of the AI models on their platform, like ChatGPT or Gemini, DeepSeek, or there are a lot of other. The NVIDIA also recently launched, and if you see these are some free one. Okay, we have also Quen, Microsoft one, Minimax one, Anthropic, Claude, XI. There are a lot of others which you can use it, but whichever you want free, you can go to this pricing and set this to free. So let me move this to free one, and then you will get all of the free one. Okay, it also have a Google's model as well. So if I search Google, you will see the Gamma. They recently, I think, released this model which has the 31 billion parameters, but there are others which you can try it out. So right now I am preferring the Gemini directly, but you can even use the OpenRouter. So I already wrote a prompt for this one, and whatever we building I already mentioned inside this prompt. So I will definitely recommend you to go through this prompt so that you will understand what is most important. Let me squash it and then simply copy this prompt as it is. Let's go to this Antigravity. We'll open an AI agent, we'll add a new tab, and then simply paste this prompt. Now I'm going to tell you how to generate the Gemini AI API key, okay, for a free. But before that, let's implement this particular functionality. Now it will definitely create the implementation plan for us, and then we will review that plan, and then we'll start implementing it. So we'll wait for the implementation plan. Now here we have the implementation plan ready. Okay, so these are the important things that we need to review. So first thing, the Gemini API key we need to add. So inside the .env, we need to add this Gemini API key. I will tell you how to generate it. Then if you scroll down, currently it's using a Gemini 2.5 Flash model. So make sure inside the AI Google Studio we have this model active, and it will call the Gmail MCP and WhatsApp MCP in order to fetch email and the messages. Okay. Other than that, whatever we mention inside the prompt, it will implement accordingly. You can anytime change it once it implemented. So now before start proceeding this implementation plan, I am gonna verify this model. So in order to verify, simply go to the aistudio.google.com. Inside this, if I go to the dashboard, click on this side and click on Gemini, and here you will see all the Gemini model. Now it's saying that it will use a 2.5 Flash, so which is available. But if you want to go with the paid one, make sure it don't have this paid sign. For example, if I go scroll down, if you see, this is paid one, right? But if I select this flashlight, which is very cheap if you move to the paid plan, but you can use this with a free trial as well. Now many users and subscribers ask whether Gemini API is really free. So here is the documentation. And if you see the free plan, obviously you have limited access to the certain models, okay, but you will get a free input and output tokens. But you have some limitation, obviously it will reload your tokens after a certain time. But you can even go to the paid plan as well anytime, okay. So you will see all the details on their documentation. Now I will go to our implementation plan, and here we're gonna say let's use this Gemini model, okay, and then hit enter, and then we'll proceed with this implementation plan. Now I will pause the video and we'll wait for the final implementation so that we can test it out. And once it is implemented, you can simply check the walkthrough. So if I go at the top, there are some key changes, okay, and then you can even verify with these steps as well. Now most important thing we need to do, we need to add this Gemini API key. So inside the .env, we're gonna simply add the new Gemini key and then save it. So in order to create the new Gemini API key, you can simply go to this Google AI Studio, click on get API key, and then click create API key. Give the name and then select the proper project and simply click create key, which will give you the key, and paste it inside your .env file. And once you add the API key, let's test this out. So if I go to the integration, so here we have, and let's go to the dashboard, and now if you see it's loading with all new data. Obviously it will connect, it will first fetch the data from your application and then it will connect to the AI model. First time it might take some time to load it, and if you see it generated this beautiful welcome dialog at the top. Obviously it's light, so maybe we can change on your own. If you copy this welcome back and search it, okay, so here we have this welcome back text, but if I search over here, you can change the color. So maybe we can say text black by default, and then when it's dark, then you can change this to text white. So let's save this, and due to some reason it's not changing. Oh, over here it's still showing text white, and if you see, now it's good. So on dark mode, we need to change this to white. Then you will see the count. Obviously it's 6 item flag, 5 on a critical action, and 5 pending replies, okay. And here you will find a today's brief where you have some mail information from my email. We have Ostingers, it's saying domain expiring soon, so it's showing it in the brief. I also getting the WhatsApp messages. See, then from other things you will find all of this email directly from my Gmail, okay. Now on the right hand side you will see which are the app which is connected, then which are the priority items. Over here you will see the top priority item, this is the medium, this is a high one, right. So all of them are already generating with the help of AI. Pretty cool, right. So that's how we have to do it. But right now I have to make some changes. Basically today's brief I want to show in one card, then connected app, and then on the right I want to show a priority item. I don't want a separate card for each of these today's brief. So we can simply tell to the AI agent. So here we can say on dashboard show today's brief, then connected apps and priority items in one row, and make sure today's brief will be in one card. Add in one card, and here we say don't create separate card for each item. Here we can also say because what is happening if I jump to the other page and come back to the dashboard, it starts generating everything again, right. So that also we need to avoid. So here we'll say make sure to save generated information for dashboard inside database, so it will not generate again until next 2 hours, and if user want to reload, or here because we already have one button, so over here if I go to the, let me, I don't know why my, so here we have refresh and regenerate button. So here we say if user want to refresh and regenerate, then only generate again. Also make sure to show data for each card as soon as it is available. Don't wait for all at once, because we don't want to wait for all at once, right? So whichever is ready, they just generate it. Also make sure to generate quick and short brief, so it will generate fast, and same for priority items as well. Make sure it will generate within few seconds. Don't take long to generate. So obviously we want a performance to be a good one, right? And that's why we don't want this to be generated for long enough. So let's send this one, and obviously it will just start implementing based on the how complicated it is. Now we'll wait for this implementation and then we'll test this again. And once it is implemented, you can see the preview. I also gave one screenshot that how I want, okay, some design idea, so that it understand. And now if you see, we have this small quick brief as well, then the connected app, which one is connected, which one not, and then the priority items based on the app which is connected. Okay, then at the bottom I also added this quick AI suggestion, so you can type it and ask any question related to your app. Now let's implement the briefing page, where we want to show a lot of different information from the connected app. So I have already generated the nodes from this briefing page, or AI briefing generator we can call. So the idea is about for the briefing page is this is a central hub for a daily intelligence. It collects all important data from all your connected app and analyze it with an AI, and present a clear prioritized summary so that you can focus on what matters most. In short, whatever the application you connected, it will connect it will summarize with the help of AI, and then it will generate a smart briefing. So here is the complete workflow for this briefing generation flow. So whenever you have application is connected using the MCP tools, it will fetch the data. It will generate a unified data based on what is important thing. It will pass it to the AI and then generate a briefing. Now in this page, you also have an option to generate your own time-based briefing, whether if you want a daily briefing or with a custom range or some specific time, or depends on different requirements, you can generate a time-based briefing. And in order to generate this briefing in the background, we are going to use a trigger.dev. So this is very popular and free tool to use it, so that you can execute an API or cron job in the background. So whenever user create a briefing, we are going to save that schedule information to our database. Then we are going to run a checker cron every 15 minutes. Okay, in order so it basically generate or it will run the checker in order to run every 15 seconds, and checker will read a database and find an upcoming run due soon. Only that particular due will run it, and it will add it to the queue for the trigger.dev in order to execute the briefing. Okay, so it will basically save our trigger.dev resources. Then AI will generate the briefing and it will save it to our database, and it will later on displaying on the briefing page. Now we are also going to send a notification on the user device. It's totally up to you how you want to implement. Now these are some key features like AI powered summary, prioritize based highlighting, attachment, link included, connected app data, and many other things. So I also write some basic UI preview. Okay, so obviously we are going to update these, then the different tech stack which we needed, and the manual generation flow as well, how it gonna work it. Okay, so there are a lot of different options you will find with this briefing page, and I already have the prompt. But before that, let me show you what is trigger.dev. So trigger.dev is a platform where you can run a long running APIs, run a cron job. You can add an agentic flow and execute directly inside the trigger.dev. And the most important thing, inside the complicated execution flow, with the help of trigger.dev, you can easily find out if there is any failure anytime. Okay, and it's very easy to implement as well. So you can use it inside the AI agent, media processing, media generation, and you can even keep a human in the loop, streaming, and many other use cases you'll find with the trigger.dev. I will put the link in the description, so go ahead and check this out to get a free access with the trigger.dev. Also, in my previous video, I already used the trigger.dev, so that you will get and understand how I use inside the media processing and the media generation as well. So you just need to create a trigger.dev as a folder, and inside that you have to write your execution flow, and that's all, and run the trigger.dev command so that it will connect to the trigger.dev cloud as well, and you will see the live execution. Okay, so even though if something fails, you will see how much time each execution will take. Everything, each detail will be provided inside this platform. So simply create a new account if you don't have already. And if you see, I already have some of the tasks running, but from here I will create a new project and we'll give the project name. Here we'll say AI personal agent. Then you can select a what are you working on, is totally optional. Okay, I think you can select the technology which you are using. I think let's select React. I don't know whether we have, yeah, we have this React, or you can select Next.js, whichever you want, just for the information, and then simply click create. Once you create it, you will get an option to connect this with a CLI. You just need to run this command, and then you have to run this CLI dev command as well. So let's copy this command instead of telling to the AI agent, and then inside the terminal I'm going to paste it. So inside this trigger.dev you will also have the project reference information, and then we have to run this particular command, and then it will wait for a task. Right now we did not have any task created, okay, but still I will run this command. Once this is completed, here we'll say yes to proceed. Once this is done, let me paste this command in order to run the trigger.dev locally, okay, so that you can see the live run inside this dashboard as well. Now next thing, once this is running in the background, we'll go back to our eraser doc, copy this prompt, and inside this prompt, whatever we just discussed, I just wrote it in a proper way. Definitely you can read this out so that you will understand, and then inside the IDE we'll run this. Currently, if you see, this might failing because we don't have any folder called trigger, or we don't have any task created, but we'll run it later on. Here I will change this model, I will make this medium, and then send this. Now we'll wait for the implementation plan, and then we'll review the implementation plan, and then we'll start executing. And here we have this implementation plan. So we have some proper changes. Obviously it will update the database schema, we'll add a new tables as well. Then for the trigger.dev, it will run the 15 minutes cron job, and it will check the upcoming briefing queue, okay, in order to add it inside the queue to execute it. Over here, obviously if you see, it's using a Gemini 2.5 Flash. Obviously we need to tell to an AI that, okay, don't use this one, we want latest Gemini's model. So I will just add that too. So we'll use the flashlight because that is free as well. Use this model, and I think that's pretty all. So let's proceed with this implementation plan, and now we'll wait, and then we'll test this out once it is implemented. So I will pause the video and we will come back. Now once it is implemented, we can check this out. So obviously make sure to run this trigger, and just to confirm, right, over here if you see we have this trigger folder, and inside the trigger folder you will see a briefing.ts, which is the complete AI agentic execution workflow. So let's run this previous command, and as soon as you execute it, you will see now it's running without any error, and inside the trigger.dev you will see a task called briefing cron job and generating briefing task as well. So both are now registered on the trigger.dev. Perfect. Now we'll go back to our application, and inside the briefing you will see an option to generate a new briefing, or you also have option to create a custom briefing. Let's start with this generating a new. So right now if you see it started generating the briefing for us. Obviously first time it takes a little bit time to generate it. So right now if you see there is a today's briefing, we have 10 email, 2 tasks, 20 messages, 1 follow-up it's showing, and the category wise briefing as well. But for me it look like it's just a dummy data. So in order to verify whether it's a dummy data or not, either you can copy this text, or you can even check inside the trigger.dev is there in his run, or right now if you see there is no execution. So let's go to the ID, because this is a big implementation and we have to tell to the AI agent properly. So here we'll say right now it just generating mock data. Make sure to generate real briefing summary from connected apps. Okay, now also if I go back to our application, if I click on create custom, right, you will see an option to select the connected app, but right now we only connected to Gmail and WhatsApp. So we have also need to inform that we don't need to show, or we just disable these other connected apps. So we can also add new briefing dialog inside form only enable apps which is connected, other just disable it, and show with proper logo. And I think that's all we needed. Now use real connection with AI trigger.dev and generate real briefing data, and then hit enter, because right now it mainly focuses on the generating the mock data along with how the view will look like, and then we just inform that okay, let's generate the new data. But it looked like it's generating the real data as well, because I just observed. So over here if you see today's priority action involved renewing expiring domain from the hosting jar and scheduling project update meeting with the TubeGuruji. Obviously this is the real thing, okay, but I feel all other are just dummy data, so that's what we are waiting for. So after updating it, right now if you see now it's generating the real briefing. Now briefing contains a small summary, okay, what is it all about and all of this information, but you can even change this UI as per your requirements. Also we have category section, and on the click of it we want to open the detail page. Right now if you see it's saying that briefing not found, so we'll fix that one. But before that let's try creating custom briefing. So we'll say morning updates. So you have to mention the proper goal. So here we'll say summarize the important email for today and all alerts as well, important email and task or message for today. Okay, so we just added, obviously we have only 2 connected apps, so I connected this I selected both of them. You can select the category like messages, task or follow-up. Then schedule time, I think 9 a.m. is good. I want a daily, but you can select weekly or hourly as well. And priority level, let's say high. Okay, and then we'll click create briefing. Once the briefing is created, you will see the custom schedule, and then we have this morning briefing. You can add a new briefing as well any time. Now if I go to the task section, obviously this is the run section which we executed the briefing, but we have the task section, and here inside the task you will see the briefing cron job is now running, and every 15 seconds it will check the upcoming one. Okay, and then it automatically generate behind the scene, so you don't need to execute that manually. And anytime you also have option to delete those. Now we are going to update this UI because we don't want a vertical section all of them. So maybe you can use a dashboard like design to show the briefing, connected app and all other things. So over here, let's go to this ID and we're gonna say, let's update briefing page where use row with grid to show today's briefing. For today's briefing, show with proper list along with app source and other basic information. Then category in new card with grid style category list, and then on right most card show custom schedule briefing. Okay, so which will give you a better look. So let's send this one, and now we'll wait for this quick change. And now if you see, once it's updated, now we have the proper briefing and then highlighted feed with all the email which is very important for you, like expiring a domain, and it's saying okay, domain is renewal is soon or expiring. And also along with that, if you see, we have a message from the WhatsApp as well. Okay, so everything is properly mentioned. And after that you will see a category analytics. So under the email, the messages and everything is mentioned. Currently we don't have any mention section, but under the task we have two tasks, which is schedule appointment with the TubeGuruji. We have one follow-up. Obviously on the click it's not showing any detail, so that we have to fix it. So let's go ahead and fix that. So we'll say currently on click on any item, it's navigating to new page, but it show no briefing found. So make sure to show all information. Even when we click on category, nothing display on screen. Okay, so that is important, so we added this one and let's send it. So basically when user click on it, we want to show the summary of or briefing of that messages. So let's wait for this quick change and then we'll review it again. And once it is implemented, let's test this out. So basically if you see, we have the briefing and all of this information. On the click of it, it will navigate to the new page where we have the category, and based on category you will see number of count. So we have 15 important emails, messages, mention and all of the information. And now if you see, I have the email, okay, and you have option to reply to that email directly from here, and AI will help you to draft your email as well. Just click on draft with AI and then AI will write the email based on your previous conversation. So over here if you see, it generated this beautiful email, and on the click of send email, it will send an email. And let me show you the proof of that we received the, and if you see here we received the email. Okay, so whatever the email we entered right from our app, we did receive directly, and then you can close it and we finish that particular section. And same thing, if you see, we have a lot of different email which you can reply. Same thing with the messages. If I click on messages, you just reply to that message and then it will send it to the WhatsApp. Pretty cool, right? And this particular feature also help us to create the WhatsApp automation. Under the mention, it will show you that where your name get mentioned, and then so in this case, if you see your name get mentioned, so you have option to reply to that email. Under the task, you will find a different task that renew the domain, schedule the appointment, respond to the email. So everything with the proper how important it is, right? So that also mentioned. And then we also have the follow-up email as well. So over here, if you see, we have the follow-up email to check the appointment. So everything is mentioned inside this. So, and obviously once you come back, you will see the past briefing as well. Anytime if you go back, jump onto this briefing and you will check all the details. Now tomorrow, once you come back, you will see the morning briefing too. Okay. Now I will definitely give you one quick task. Right now the UI is look good, but you can modify this UI and let me know the design, how you made this. You can even send this on the Discord channel, as well as you can send this to my Instagram account. You can DM me with this screenshot of the briefing page or your application link, and definitely I will give you the review. So guys, I hope you understand how easily we implemented this briefing section. If you have any question, any doubt, feel free to reach out to me. You can comment down in the comment section, or you can ask any question on the Discord channel. Now it's time to add an AI agent page for our application. So we already have an option called AI agent, and in that one we are going to connect an AI with the connected app. So what is this AI agent page for? So you can chat with an AI agent, and that AI agent read the data from a connected app, from the existing feature, and it help you to find and summarize an important message, alert, follow-up, and briefing. So you can ask all the question. I already have the AI agent flow which I mentioned. Okay, and from this AI agent you can simply ask any question to your connected apps, and it will return the answer for you. So everything which I explain you from this note, I already added that inside this prompt. So you can simply copy that, and inside the Google Antigravity will paste it here inside the new conversation. Okay, I will remove this string and simply send this. So once it's sent, you just need to wait, because it will come up with the implementation plan, and once you have the implementation plan, then we'll review it and then we'll start implementing. So right now, if you see, we have the implementation plan ready. So obviously it will create a new AI agent panel component, and then inside that we will add this AI agent page. Okay, so these are some proposed changes. So that's look good. It will create, or it will use the Gmail MCP and WhatsApp MCP, because that is already added. Now over here it uses the old AI model, so I'm gonna update it. So let's go to this AI Studio, and then we'll select the proper Gemini model. So this is the free model which we are going to use. So inside the comment we'll say use this model. Perfect. And then obviously it will connect to with our all the integrated app like Gmail, WhatsApp, Slack, Telegram. Okay, and then we'll proceed with this implementation plan. Now once it implemented, right, and then we will test this out. Right now I think we'll wait. I will pause the video and then we'll come back and we'll test this complete project. And once it is implemented, you will see the AI agent page where you have option to start a new chart, the suggested prompt, and then the start message. Okay, and it beautifully showing the proper icon and the generative UI. Now let's say you want to get the summarize of your email today, or get pending WhatsApp message, or what are the priority action item. If I click on it, you will see it sent to the AI, and then AI will start generating the response in a real time, and you will see the streaming response as well with the proper generative UI. And then inside that you will see from the Gmail we have a scheduled meeting as a priority and details about that. Also I have one WhatsApp message that also it mentioned properly. Pretty cool, right? And you will see at the bottom the reference. Now over here, once you get the message, you will see the quick option to select whether to check hosting and domain status or draft reply to the TubeGuruji. If I click on the draft reply to the TubeGuruji, right, for the email, then it will give you the quick draft, and that is also in the form of generative UI. Pretty cool, right? You have option to send as it is or propose different time or check my calendar for Monday. If I say propose different time, then it will give you that new updated email response as well. Pretty cool, right? So that's how, guys, this AI agent will work. Not only that, but you can start with a new chat, and here we can say any new update from, let's say, hostinger. Let's send something. Okay, here we'll say, yeah, let's send it, and then let's wait. And over here, if you see, immediately it go to our application and checking the account information, and then it will say, okay, one of the update that your domain is expiring, you have to get an update, or you need to renew it, right? You can even ask some other question. So let's say check domain renewal status, because I have that suggestion. So I simply selected it, and then you will see all of the explanation as well. Here we'll say any important WhatsApp message, right? And let's send this one. So basically it's two-way conversation, and then you can simply connect with it. And if you see some of the recent activity, new messages from the WhatsApp, right? And that's what we ask, and then it will give you. Now over here, if you see, I can draft a reply, and that reply is based on your WhatsApp message, right? So we have different option as well, and then you also have option to send the professional draft, send a casual draft, or ask for context of the project. So there are a lot of things you can explore with this AI agent, guys. Okay, you don't need to go and check each thing one by one. You can even send the reply, which I already inform you how to do it. Everything can possible with this AI agent. So if you have any question, any doubt inside this feature, let me know in the comment section. Until this point, we implemented a lot of different features like dashboard, AI agent, briefing, integration, and now it's time to implement alert and setting. You can have also implement the pricing setting and user profile setting as well. But the thing is, if I go to the ID, currently I already limit the or exceed the token or usage, right? And it happens quite a few times. Now the question is how to tackle this issue, how to use a Gemini, because we don't want to pay anything. But what if I told you there is one way that we can use a Claude code for a free? And that's what we are going to see in this chapter. So basically, in order to use a Claude code, first thing you need to do is go to the Claude Code CLI, just search on Google and make sure to download this Claude Code CLI inside your system. Okay, so it's quite easy. If you are using a Mac OS, simply copy this command. If you are using Windows, then use another command, and then open a terminal. Now inside the terminal, make sure the Claude is installed or not. If it's not installed, then you have to make sure to install it. So I will just copy this command and paste it here in order to install it. Right now, if you see, the installation is complete, and if I run a Claude, then you will see this Claude will run locally directly inside your machine. Now obviously it is giving an option whether you want to select a dark mode. I will go with the dark mode, easy. Then you can even connect with your Claude subscription. You can use an Anthropic console account, or you can use a third-party platform as well. Right now, simply keep this Claude with a subscription as it is. But if you have Microsoft Foundry, Vertex, you can even connect to their third party. Okay, so obviously I'm connecting to subscription, which I already have, but you don't worry, I'm going to show you how to connect it for free. Currently it connected to my current subscription. If you don't have, you can just ignore that question. Okay, and then I will say press enter. Then here we will go with the recommended setting. I trust this folder, I will say, and then your Claude is ready. Right now this Claude is connected to your subscription, right? If you see, is connected to your Claude subscription, which is a paid. Now the question is how to get it for free. So let's close this terminal, and inside your root directory you have to create a new folder called .claude. Okay, and inside this Claude folder you have to create one file called settings.local.json, and inside that you have to add a setting in the form of JSON. So I already have for you, so I'm copying this as it is, and let me put this in a code view so it's easy to copy and paste it inside your settings.local.json. Okay, something like this, and then save it. Now here is the all the magic. Here you have to add a base URL as open router, and then you have to add an open router API key. Now you can generate a free open router API key, and you have to use a free OpenAI model. So let me show you how. So first you have to go to the openrouter.ai. I will put the link in the description. Then simply sign in to the platform. Here we'll say get API key, and once you sign in, simply click new key, enter the key name. You can add a credit limit in order to not exceed, and then simply click create. Then it will generate a unique API key for you. That API key you have to enter inside this open router API key. Then for a model, in order to use a free model, go to the models and you can select any free model. If you see, we have a lot of different free model. Even if you want a Gemini free model, you can get it. You also have OpenAI's AI model as well. So let's click on it, and I will copy this model name. So this is the model name which you have to copy, and then I will paste it here. Now same way you can select some different model. Let's say Gemini's recently launched Gemini model, so I will use that one as well, and then I will paste it here. And you can use any other like Olama or Metas, or there are a lot of others. Let's select this poolside one, and then you can add it here and save it. Now you can check any AI models performance. Once click on it, you will see the output and all of the information, how what that's its benchmark, how good it is in reasoning or even in coding, and you can select the appropriate one. Once this is done, then let's save it. And what you can do, you can open a terminal. So I will add a new, let me bring this down. You can close this file now, and then you can run a Claude inside your project. Okay, so here we'll say yes, I trust this folder. Correct. Currently if you see the Opus 4.0 no, it's just available, but if I click on model, you will see an option. We have the Google's Gamma, a poolside, and OpenAI. Whichever we added over here, right, it's showing under this option. It means it's a free, right? Now you can select whichever you like and hit enter. After that, let's test this out. And if I send this hi message, if it did not return any response, then the another way to fix this, because sometimes Claude does not work properly in the VS Code. So I will come back from it, and then you can simply open a terminal inside this project. So over here I will say quick services and open a terminal add folder. If you are using a command prompt, make sure to open a command prompt and then type a Claude, right? And now if I want to see the model, you will see the model and the current selected one as well. Then hit enter and take this. The quick thing, also I forgot to add this token over here, so let me add that. Now after adding that API key, if I select the model, so let's select this ChatGPT model because it's easy and it's quick to connect. And if I say hi, you will see the result. And if you see the token uses, because Claude use a lot of token, and obviously whatever the response it send, it also calculate that. And right now if you see, we got the response, right? Now you can ask any question, you can update it, and you can tell to the AI through this Claude, because this is completely free. And even though if I go to the activity, and inside the activity, if I go to the let's go to this API, and this is the one which I'm using. And right now if you see, the cost is 0, and you will see the complete log for this one. Under the log you will see I'm using through the Claude, right? And I use this model and how many token you use and how much cost. So it's completely free, and that's how you can connect your Claude with the help of open router. Okay, so if you have any question, any doubt, let me know in the comment section, because right now we are out of Google's Antigravity tokens, right? Though that's the reason we are using a free Claude. Now it's time to implement the alert page with a smart alert feature. So what this alert page will do? The alert page help us to track an important updates from your connected apps, and it notify you instantly when something important happen, so that you will never miss any important things. Right now obviously the flow is similar to the what we have existing one, but on this alert page we will show the active alert, trigger one, the high priority one, as well as you will see the recent alerts, AI suggested alert, and option to create your new alert. So inside this option, you once you create it, right, automatically with the help of trigger.dev, it will start generating that alerts in the background, so that you will get a proper output on the screen. Also we are going to show a time based or timeline based alert on this alert page. So inside this note I already mentioned everything in the detail, so you will see a different alert action as well, and same thing I also explain that inside the prompt, so that we can easily implement it. So copy this prompt as it is, and we are going to back to the Antigravity. Here I will start with a new conversation and then simply paste this code, okay, and then hit enter. Once we hit enter, you will see all of the prompt, and now we have to wait. Right now if you see, it already start working on it, and you will see in the real time how much token it use. But we don't need to care about the tokens, because we are using completely a free model. And even though the model is GPT, right, behind the scene the Claude structure is written, and it automatically understand your complete application, as well as we already have our application implemented, so it will also try to replicate the same UI UX design and similar kind of logic as well. Okay, so we'll wait, and now we'll see the final result, how it comes up. Okay, I think we forgot to switch this to a plan mode, because we also have the plan mode inside the Claude code, but next time I will show you how the plan mode will work. And once it is implemented, you will see the result. So inside the alert section you will see a 2 active alerts, 3 trigger today, 1 is high priority, and 1 result alert. Over here you will see the recent alert information. Now if I click on any of this alert, you will see it opens a dialog, and then you have option to mark it as a resolve or task or follow up, or you can even reply to that particular message. Same thing for WhatsApp as well. Pretty cool, right? On the right side you will see an AI suggested alert. So over here if I click on use, right, it will give you the open suggested alert, and here you will see an option to create a new alert for that one. Now this AI suggested alert will help us to follow up next time, or to generate the alert next time. Now under the create new alert you also have alert name, add a priority level, you can add a description, select the application, then the condition, you can add even the condition, and based on the condition it will generate the alert for you. And then you want the in-app notification or email or push notification, the frequency of that one, and then you can simply create alert with this one. So let's create the alert, and once the alert is created, I don't think so it's created the alert, so maybe we need to fix this one, okay, that it's not creating any alert. But you can simply go to the Antigravity, and then I will create a new one, and here we'll say inside alert section on create new alert dialog, alert is not creating, make sure to use trigger dev to run this run and schedule the alert. Okay, and then hit enter. So we'll wait, but other than that, make sure your alert page will look like this. Okay, you can even refresh this any time. And right now if you see, it's updated and now it's generating a actual one. Over here you can even create a new alert, but with the actual data it asking us to run an AI scan, and then for some reason it's getting failed. If you go to this console, then you will see that the trigger is failing and it asking that the trigger secret key is missing. Now this trigger secret key, you have to get it inside from the trigger. So if I go to the trigger under the API key, you will find the secret key. Simply copy that inside your .env file. So I will copy the secret key and will paste it inside the .env. Okay. So once this is done, let's test this out again, and then you will see once you run, it will start running in the background, and then it will generate the proper output for you. Now over here you can even inform to the AI agent that you want in a real time or streaming format as well, so that you will get a proper response. But generating an alert with a proper information might take some time, and that's the reason this trigger.dev will help us to run this execution in the background. And after fixing it, you will see the actual result. So inside this timeline, if I open it, you will see an option to compose it. You can even generate the draft, and then it will generate a proper message and the reply guidance. You can even add the guidance, so how the you want and everything. And here we have the result. Okay. Other than that, you will see all the different option on the right hand side. You will see a suggested alert, and now you can even create a new alert based on how you want. Okay, and this alert is quite helpful because based on this alert you can check what is the important thing. If you resolve this, you can mark this as a resolve as well, then you don't need to worry about that particular alert anymore. So I already implemented the setting page. I will put the prompt in the eraser doc. Now inside this setting, if you see, user have option to manage their account profile. Under that we also have the light theme and dark mode switcher. Then an AI agent behavior, so how you want it, right? So you can define that behavior directly. The tone, whether you want friendly or professional, everything you can add it inside this setting. Now you also have the briefing section, and then from the drop down you can select that briefing option as well. Then we have alert, notification, privacy and data option, and on the right side you will see all the connected app. You also have option to manage those and some security information. Now everything is included inside this setting page, so that you can simply manage your personal information as well. Now I will put this prompt in the description, but you can try on your own. This is a good practice so that you can implement this setting page as well. Now it's time to deploy our application to the cloud, so that you can share this project with your friends and family and start your own startup by building this SaaS app and deploying it on a cloud. So first step to deploy your application is push your complete code to the GitHub. Okay, so we'll go to the GitHub first and we'll create a new repo and we'll call it as a AI personal agent. After this, you can keep this visibility public or private, is totally up to you. And then once you create the repo, I will copy this remote origin, then go back to your Google Antigravity, and inside this let me add a new tab, and we'll set the we'll initialize this git first, then we'll set the remote origin. Then from the source control you can add all of these changes. Okay, now you can give a message, let's say initial commit, and then simply say commit. Once you commit it, make sure to publish this branch, so it will publish it, and it will also push your code. If I go back to the GitHub repo, you will see all the code which we just now published. Perfect, right? Now next step, you have to go to the Vercel. So we'll go to the vercel.com, and inside this you have to add a new project. Now remember, we are also using a trigger.dev. Okay, now this platform obviously help us to run our all the background job, and if you see the alert cron, briefing cron, and some cron job as well, and you can integrate that directly with the Vercel as well. So we have to make sure once your application is deployed, the trigger.dev is working or not. Now from this import GitHub repo, make sure to connect your GitHub account and then import your project. So we'll say import. After that, it will automatically detect the framework, so you don't need to worry about that. But only thing that you need to update is in environment variable. So from your .env file, simply copy that and then paste it here. So it automatically assign the key and their respective value. And after that, you can simply deploy it. Once the deployment is started, it will take some time to build your application, install all the dependency which is required to run your application, and then it will assign the custom domain as well. So we'll wait. And if you see, our application is now deployed successfully. Then if you click on it, you will see we have that domain and your application is now running. You can simply sign in to the platform. You can select email or Gmail or phone OTP as well. It's totally up to you. Then simply continue with the Google. I will select the account and will navigate to the dashboard, and you will see all your data is available. Here we have AI agent, briefing section, integration. Obviously you can switch this to a light mode and dark theme. It's totally up to you. And we have alert section along with the setting page. Everything is in place. It means our application deployed successfully. Okay, and whenever you run anything, right, it will automatically trigger the trigger.dev in order to run your all the backend AI workflow. So if you have any question, any doubt related to deployment, let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, press notification bell icon so that you will not miss any update, and hit like button. Share this video with your friends and let them know how you build this application. Also, you can follow me on the Instagram channel to the new tips and tricks about the new AI technologies and lot of other things. So see you in the next video.